Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fella channel. I thought I'd do a tag today. I'm getting used to these tags now, but I found one called the book shopping tag. So here we go, might as well get straight into it. Number 1, how do you buy your books? Physically because you believe in the power of touch, or online because interactions are overrated? I suppose physically is always best because you can be a bit picky, and if you're not if you're not entirely sure of the book, you can read all the descriptions inside and have a flick through and see what you think. Whereas online, you don't get that chance to do that sort of thing. So you have to order it at face value. So probably I prefer finding the books myself in a shop, but then I will happily, if I really want the book and already know about it, I'll happily buy it online. Number 2, do you prefer bigger bookshops or smaller ones? I'm going to say smaller ones because the bigger bookshops tend to be new bookshops, as in they've got new books or recently released, and the smaller ones tend to have more second-hand books. And plus, if you're in a tiny little shop and it's one of these where it's just bookcase after bookcase and there's loads of books around and you have to scramble your way around without trying to make a mess, but I think I prefer the smaller bookshops. Number 3, do you prefer to buy books when they are brand new, or do you prefer used books? I think I prefer brand new ones because it means then only you've read the book. And if you've really enjoyed the book, it's nice to know that only you've read that book and you've enjoyed it, rather than thinking, well, it could have had 10, 20 previous owners. And often I like just purely for the condition, and you haven't got all the bookwear, or if some idiots penciled underlined some of the sentences, or they've got a highlighter pen and marked out some bits on various pages. So yeah, I think I'm just a new person type of person. Number 4, read, research, analyse Sherlock Holmes-style, or impulse buyer like a shopaholic? I think that depends. If I've gone to a bookshop and not expected to go in and have a look, or I've gone to a new town and haven't expected to come across any bookshops, but I found myself in one, I kind of do sometimes impulse buy if I see a decent book that I like the look of. But I think I'm usually, because it doesn't tend to be a large history section in bookshops, I tend to do a bit of research, and I like to know what kind of book, or if there's a particular one I like or an author, then I like to have done my research first of all. Number 5, a book or two at a time, or full cart pandemic style till the mailman dies? I suppose because I like books, I would happily buy as many as I could if I could. I've always thought I'd like to, if I won the lottery, half the money would be splurged on books. So that would be full cart pandemic style. Number 6, new and recent releases or older and classics? Well, I like a new book, but it's always good when you can come across an old school classic type book, because they're so unexpected and you haven't expected to come across the book, or haven't had any idea, and it's usually a nice surprise then when you do. So I'm going to say both. Number 7. Are you a pre-order total fan freak, or wait until it arrives at the bookshop because it can wait? I think I'm a bit of the first one. Or am I? If I hear about the blurb and how good a book is, I'll then look out for it. But I don't think I've ever pre-ordered a book to get it on the day of release. Yeah, so we'll go for that. Yeah, although if it's a really good book and I want it, I'll make sure I keep that in my memory so that, whenever I'm about next time in a couple of bookshops, I will look out for it then. But no, I don't pre-order. Number 8. Do you prefer special, expensive, beautiful book covers, colour edges and unique editions, or is the inside of the book the thing that counts? I'm going to say it's the inside of the book that matters, but publishing companies need to make sure they put a bit of effort into the cover. When they're just plain and boring, or the cover's just not up to standard, then you're left a bit disappointed before you've even started the book. So there must be a purpose to the cover for me to start to enjoy reading it. Number 9. Picture your favourite book. Do you show your love by buying multiple copies, or do you believe in a single true love? No, just buy. If you've read a really good book and you really enjoyed it, then just keep that copy. Don't get rid of it. Why would I want to keep buying the same book when I've already got one? So yeah. Name your favourite places to bookshop. I like charity shops. I like a good second-hand section in a charity shop. Most of all, you can often get up to a dozen books at a time, and they're all quite cheap. So I do prefer a charity shop or a really good second-hand bookshop. Unfortunately, where I live, there's a couple of charity shops. One's quite good, but it hasn't opened yet since the pandemic, so I'm still waiting for that to open. But other than that, we've just got a little bookshop. It's not that good, and it doesn't really have a second-hand section or a history section really. Other than that, I'm then travelling 40-50 miles for the nearest bookshop after that, or it's online. So I do tend to get most of my books either from Pen and Sword Books or online, usually through Amazon. Anyway, that was number 10, and that was the last one. There is an 11th one. It says tag some people. So I'll tag some of my favourite booktubers, and you'll see a link to them down below in this video. So please feel free to go and have a look, subscribe to them, and show a bit of love. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.